Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kisi-kisi materi kuliah umum Sabtu sore sepanjang masa elektrik teleconference bulan Juli tahun 2030 Masehi. Mission of materials of the public lecture of Abdur is the default time with electric teleconference of Juli of year 2030 ANNO DOMINI. Arahan Pendiri dan Ketua Umum Majelis Pimpinan Pusat Global Yayasan Raya. The direction from the founder and the General Chairman of the Central Global Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation. Agussalim St. bin Abdur Rahim Nasution. Materi-materi kuliah umum Sabtu sore sepanjang masa elektrik teleconference di kantor Pusat Global, Majelis Pimpinan Pusat Global, Yayasan Raya. Materials of the public lecture of Abdur is the default time with electric teleconference in the global head office of the Central Global Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation. Sabtu 6 Juli tahun 2030, materi kuliah umum e-teleconference, eksistensi koordinator Biro Media Televisi, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan Raya, di seluruh dunia yang dikonsentrasi taktiskan di Kabupaten Mandailing Natal yang terdapat dalam jurnal bulanan analisis riset mikron gen biologis sepanjang masa. Nomor 246 bulan Juni tahun 2030, Saturday 6th of Juli 2030, Public Lecture Material e-Teleconference, extents of the coordinator of the Bureau of the Television Media of the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation on what wide is concerned and tactics in the Regency of Mandailing Natal. Contained in the Mandi Journal of Research Analysis of Biological Genetic Micron of all time, number 246 of Juni 2030. Koordinator Biro Media Televisi, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan Raya untuk merekomendasikan kepada jurusan Desain, Komunikasi Visual, Fakultas Seni Rupa dan Desain, jurusan Ilmu Komunikasi, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, jurusan Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Informasi, Fakultas Adab dan Humaniora, jurusan Komunikasi dan Pengembangan Masyarakat, Fakultas Ekologi Manusia, jurusan Penyiaran, jurusan Kehumasan, jurusan Periklanan, jurusan Komunikasi Bisnis, jurusan Jurnalistik, jurusan Manajemen Komunikasi, dan jurusan Televisi dan Film, Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi, jurusan Informatika Kesehatan, dan jurusan Promosi Kesehatan. Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat, The Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hiver Studio, Night Science Journalism Program Linguistik, dan Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, dan jurusan Teknik Informatika dan jurusan Sistem dan Teknologi Informasi, Fakultas Teknik Elektro dan Informatika, Universitas Mandailing. Untuk memutakhirkan dengan memahami keadaan geografis dan iklim yang meliputi geografi, topografi, iklim, aliran sungai, dan pertanahan, pemerintahan yang meliputi aparatur sipil negara dan pemerintahan, penduduk dan tenaga kerja yang meliputi penduduk dan tenaga kerja. Sosial yaitu pendidikan, kesehatan, dan keluarga berencana, dan agama, pertanian yaitu tanaman pangan, perkebunan, peternakan, perikanan, dan kehutanan, perindustrian yaitu sensus ekonomi, industri pengolahan, air bersih, dan listrik, perhubungan dan komunikasi yang meliputi angkutan, darat, perhubungan laut, dan pos dan telekomunikasi, keuangan dan harga-harga yaitu keuangan daerah, surat izin usaha perdagangan, koperasi, dan perbankan. Pendapatan regional yaitu produk domestik dan perbandingan produk domestik regional bruto. The coordinator of the Bureau of the Television Media of the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation to recommend the Department of Visual Communication Design, the Faculty of Art and Design, the Department of Communication Studies, the Faculty of Social Sciences and Political Sciences, the Department of Library and Information Sciences, the Faculty of Adab and Humanities, the Department of Communication and Community Development, the Faculty of Human Ecology, the Department of Broadcasting, the Department of Public Relation, the Department of Advertising, the Department of Business Communication, the Department of Journalism, the Department of Communication Management, and the Department of Television and Movie, the Faculty of Communication Sciences, the Department of Health Informatics and the Department of Health Information, the Faculty of Public Health, the Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, HIFA Study, Night Science Journalism Program Linguistics and Literature, School of Humanities, Arts and Social Science, and the Department of Informatics Engineering, and the Department of Information Technology and System, the Faculty of Electrical and Informatic Engineering of Mandailing University to update by understanding geographical and climatic conditions covering geography, topography, climate, river flow, and defense, government covering states, civil apparatus, and government, population and labor covering population and labor, social, namely education, health and family planning, and religion, and agriculture, namely food crops, plantation, farm, fisheries, forestry, industry, namely economic, census, processing industry, clean water and electricity, transportation and communication covering land transportation, sea transportation, and post and telecommunication, finance and price, namely regional finance, trading business license, cooperatives and banking, and regional income, namely domestic products and comparison of gross regional domestic product. Sabtu 13 Juli 2030, materi kuliah umum Teleconference, eksistensi Biro Media Televisi, Divisi Komunikasi Publik Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga Yayasan Raya di seluruh dunia yang dikonsentrasi taktiskan di Kabupaten Mandailing Natal. Yang terdapat dalam Jurnal Bulanan Analisis Riset Mikron Gen Biologis Sepanjang Masa nomor 246 bulan Juni tahun 2030, Saturday 13 of Juli 2030 Public Lecture Material Teleconference, extents of the Bureau of Television Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation. On what is concerned and tactics intelligence of Mandailing Natal contained in the monthly journal of research analysis of biological genetic micron of all time. Number 246 of Juni 2030, Biro Media Televisi, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan Raya, untuk merekomendasikan kepada jurusan Desain Komunikasi Visual, Fakultas Seni Rupa dan Desain, jurusan Ilmu Komunikasi, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, jurusan Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Informasi, Fakultas Adab dan Humaniora, jurusan Komunikasi dan Pengembangan Masyarakat, Fakultas Ekologi Manusia, jurusan Penyiaran, jurusan Kehumasan, jurusan Periklanan, jurusan Komunikasi Bisnis, jurusan Jurnalistik, jurusan Manajemen Komunikasi, dan jurusan Televisi dan Film, Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi, jurusan Informatika Kesehatan dan jurusan Promosi Kesehatan, Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat, The Media Laboratory, School of Architecture, and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism Program Linguistik, dan Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Sciences, dan jurusan Teknik Informatika, dan jurusan Sistem dan Teknologi Informasi, Fakultas Teknik Elektro dan Informatika, Universitas Mandailing, untuk memutakhirkan dengan memahami penduduk dan angkatan kerja, yaitu penduduk adalah semua orang yang berdomisili di wilayah geografis Republik Indonesia selama 6 bulan atau lebih, dan atau mereka yang berdomisili kurang dari 6 bulan tetapi bertujuan menetap. Rata-rata pertumbuhan penduduk adalah angka menunjukkan tingkat pertambahan penduduk per tahun dalam jangka waktu tertentu. Angka ini dinyatakan sebagai persentase kenaikan dari penduduk pada tahun dasar, dan rasio jenis kelamin sex ratio adalah perbandingan antara banyaknya penduduk laki-laki dengan banyaknya penduduk perempuan pada suatu daerah dan waktu, biasanya dinyatakan dengan banyaknya penduduk laki-laki untuk 100 penduduk perempuan. Sex ratio, jumlah penduduk laki-laki dibagi jumlah penduduk perempuan kali 100. The Bureau of Television Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation, to recommend the Department of Visual Communication Design, the Faculty of Art and Design, the Department of Communication Studies, the Faculty of Social Sciences and Political Sciences, the Department of Library and Information Sciences, the Faculty of Adab and Humanities, the Department of Communication and Community Development, the Faculty of Human Ecology, the Department of Broadcasting, the Department of Public Relations, the Department of Advertising, the Department of Business Communication, the Department of Journalism, the Department of Communication Management, and the Department of Television and Movie, the Faculty of Communication Sciences, the Department of Health Informatics, and the Department of Health Promotion, the Faculty of Public Health, the Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism, Program Linguistic and Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, and the Department of Informatics Engineering and the Department Information Technology and System, the Faculty of Electrical and Informatics Engineering of Mandailing University to update by understanding the population and workforce, namely residents are all people domiciled in the Republic of Indonesia, geographical area for 6 months or more, and all those who live less than 6 months but aim to settle. Average of population growth is a number indicating the rate of population growth per year in a given period of time. This number is expressed as a percentage increase in population in the base year, and sex ratio is the ratio between the number of male population and the number of female population in an area and time, usually expressed by the number of male population per 100 female residents. Sex ratio equal to male population divided female population times 100. Sabtu 20 Juli tahun 2030, materi kuliah umum Teleconference, eksistensi 5 orang anggota Biro Media Radio, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan, Raya, di seluruh dunia yang dikonsentrasi taktiskan di Kabupaten Mandailing Natal yang terdapat dalam jurnal bulanan analisis riset mikron gen biologi sepanjang masa. Nomor 246 bulan Juni tahun 2030, Saturday 20th of Manjole 2030, Public Lecture Material Teleconference, existence of the 5 members of Bureau of the Radio Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation on what wide is concerned and tactics intelligence of Mandailing Natal. Contained in the Monday Journal of Disease Analysis of Biological Genetic Micron of all time, number 246 of Juni 2030. Lima orang anggota Biro Media Radio, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan, Raya untuk merekomendasikan kepada jurusan Desain Komunikasi Visual, Fakultas Seni Rupa dan Desain, jurusan Ilmu Komunikasi, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, jurusan Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Informasi, Fakultas Adab dan Humaniora, jurusan Komunikasi dan Pengembangan Masyarakat, Fakultas Ekologi Manusia, jurusan Penyiaran, jurusan Kehumasan, jurusan Periklanan, jurusan Komunikasi Bisnis, jurusan Jurnalistik, jurusan Manajemen Komunikasi, dan jurusan Televisi dan Film, Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi, jurusan Informatika Kesehatan, dan jurusan Promosi Kesehatan, Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat, The Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism. Program Linguistik dan Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, dan jurusan Teknik Informatika, dan jurusan Sistem dan Teknologi Informasi, Fakultas Teknik Elektro, dan Informatika Universitas Mandailing untuk memutakhirkan dengan memahami penduduk dan angka kerja, yaitu kepadatan penduduk adalah banyaknya penduduk per kilometer persegi. Rumah tangga adalah seseorang atas kelompok orang yang mendiami sebagian atau seluruh bangunan fisik, sensus, dan biasanya tinggal bersama, serta makan dari satu dapur. Yang dimaksud makan dari satu dapur adalah jika pengurusan kebutuhan sehari-hari dikelola bersama menjadi satu. Anggota rumah tangga adalah semua orang yang biasanya bertempat tinggal di suatu rumah tangga, baik yang berada di rumah waktu pencacahan maupun yang sementara tidak ada, dan rata-rata anggota rumah tangga adalah yang menunjukkan rata-rata jumlah rumah tangga per rumah tangga. The 5 members of Bureau of the Radio Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation to recommend the Department of Visual Communication Design, the Faculty of Art and Design, the Department of Communication Studies, the Faculty of Social Science and Political Sciences, the Department of Library and Information Sciences, the Faculty of Adab and Humanities, the Department of Communication and Community Development, the Faculty of Human Ecology, the Department of Broadcasting, the Department of Public Relations, the Department of Advertising, the Department of Business Communication, the Department of Journalism, the Department of Communication Management, and the Department of Television and Movie, the Faculty of Communication Sciences, the Department of Health Informatics, and the Department of Health Information, the Faculty of Public Health, the Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism, Program Linguistic and Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, and the Department of Informatics Engineering, and the Department of Information Technology and System, the Faculty of Electrical and Informatic Engineering of Mandailing University. To update by understanding population and labor force, namely population density is a number of residents per square kilometer. A household is a person or group of people who inhabit part or all of the physical buildings and usual life together and eat from one kitchen. What is meant by eating from one kitchen is if the management of daily needs is managed together into one. Household members are all people who usually reside in a household, both those at home during enumeration and those that are temporarily absent. And the average of household members shows the average of number of households per household. Sabtu 27 Juli tahun 2030, materi kuliah Teleconference, eksistensi Sekretaris Biro Media Radio, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan, Raya. Di seluruh dunia yang dikonsentrasi taktiskan di Kabupaten Mandailing Natal yang terdapat dalam jurnal bulanan analisis riset mikron gen biologis sepanjang masa. Nomor 246 bulan Juni tahun 2030, Saturday 27th of Juli 2030, Public Lecture Material Teleconference, Extension of the Secretary of the Bureau of the Radio Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation on what is concerned and tactics intelligence of Mandailing Natal. Contained in the Monday Journal of Research Analysis of Biological Genetic Micron over Time, number 246 of Juni 2030. Sekretaris Biro Media Radio, Divisi Komunikasi Publik, Majelis Pimpinan Rukun Tetangga, Yayasan, Raya untuk merekomendasikan kepada jurusan desain, Komunikasi Visual, Fakultas Seni Rupa dan Desain, jurusan Ilmu Komunikasi, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, jurusan Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Informasi, Fakultas Adab dan Humaniora. Jurusan Komunikasi dan Pengembangan Masyarakat, Fakultas Ekologi Manusia, jurusan Penyiaran, jurusan Kehumasan, jurusan Periklanan, jurusan Komunikasi Bisnis. Jurusan Jurnalistik, jurusan Manajemen Komunikasi, dan jurusan Televisi dan Film. Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi, jurusan Informatika Kesehatan, dan jurusan Promosi Kesehatan. Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat, The Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism, Program Linguistik, dan Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, dan jurusan Teknik Informatika, dan jurusan Sistem dan Teknologi Informasi, Fakultas Teknik Elektro dan Informatika, Universitas Mandailing. Untuk memutakhirkan dengan memahami penduduk dan angkatan kerja, yaitu tenaga kerja, manpower, adalah penduduk berumur 15 tahun ke atas yang dianggap dapat memproduksi barang dan jasa. Definisi bekerja yang digunakan Badan Pusat Statistik pada sensus tahun 2000 dan survei lainnya adalah mereka yang sedang melakukan kegiatan dengan maksud memperoleh penghasilan. Batasan yang digunakan adalah paling sedikit bekerja 1 jam berturut-turut selama 1 minggu sebelum pencacahan. Bagi mereka yang tidak bekerja karena cuti dan lain-lain, serta petani yang sementara tidak bekerja karena menunggu panen tetapi dimasukkan bekerja, walaupun seminggu pencacahan sedang tidak bekerja. Angkatan kerja adalah penduduk yang bekerja atau yang punya pekerjaan namun sementara tidak bekerja dan mencari pekerjaan. Dan tingkat partisipasi angkatan kerja adalah tingkat partisipasi angkatan kerja sama dengan jumlah angkatan kerja dibagi jumlah 15 tahun ke atas kali 100. The Secretary of Bureau of Radio Media, the Division of Public Communication of the Neighborhood Leadership Assembly of the Great Mandailing Foundation to recommend the Department of Visual Communication Design, the Faculty of Art and Design, the Department of Communication Studies, the Faculty of Social Sciences and Political Sciences, the Department of Library and Information Sciences, the Faculty of Adab and Humanities, the Department of Communication and Community Development, the Faculty of Human Ecology, the Department of Broadcasting, the Department of Public Relations, the Department of Advertising, the Department of Business Communication, the Department of Journalism, the Department of Communication Management, and the Department of Television and Movie, the Faculty of Communication Sciences, the Department of Health Informatics, and the Department of Health Information, the Faculty of Public Health, the Media Laboratory, School of Architecture and Planning, Hyper Studio, Night Science Journalism, Program Linguistic and Literature, School of Humanities, Art and Social Science, and the Department of Informatics Engineering and the Department of Information, Technology and System, the Faculty of Electrical and Informatic Engineering of Mandailing University, to update by understanding population and labor force, namely labor, manpower are residents aged 15 years for those who are considered able to produce goods and services. The working definition used by Central Bureau of Statistics in the year 2000 census and other surveys were those who were carrying out activities with the intention of earning income. The limit used is there to work at least 1 hour consecutive for 1 week. Before enumeration, for those who do not work due to leave and others, as well as farmers who temporarily do not work because they are waiting for harvest, they are put to work even though a week of enumeration is not working. The workforce is a resident who work or who has a job but temporarily does not work and looks for work, and work force participation rate is labor force participation rate equal to labor force amount divided amount of 15 years and above times 100. Sumber-sumber sources: Badan Pusat Statistik Kabupaten Manning Natal, Statistik of Manning Natal Regency, 2015. Google Translate. Mandailing Natal, Sumatera Utara, Indonesia, 1 Juli tahun 2030 Masehi. Page of Manjole, 2030. ANNO, DOMINI. Thank you very much.